Hello, it's me.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, it's like 5 years now. But only like let's say generously 1.5 actually had on-screen action. And don't mind that weird ghost of LPFWA past in the background here. That's like literally the first thing that happened with LPFWA, just kind of in the background. Superimposed. Wait, my mic is echoing? That shouldn't happen. No.
I don't hear any echo.
Oh, I know what it is. It's gone now. OBS sometimes like to activate my mic for some reason. Anyway, we're back on track now. This is the show, the anniversary. LPFWA is so old. In kayfabe 15 years and in reality 5 years. I can turn on the echo effect later when I make like a big announcement or something. When I announce the matches. Should be like a good reverb effect for like pretending to be in like a fucking shed like this arena here. Because this is actually kind of like the old LPFWA ring, like the very first one that only lasted for like a month. Because it looked so bad. But I think the original one does look a bit better than that. And alright, our first match. Schir is one of the OGs. He's back for, well, something. He was in the very first match after all. And FaZe and Lotus have faced each other before. Only they were called Kadorhal and Rath at the time. And good old IGgy versus some guy, some jobber, I don't know who he is. We have our Kawaii championship match for the first time, not at the end of the card, because, well, Nuffkins has a match and he's like some big main event dude, so gotta humor that. And some three-way with Jumpy as the OG. And of course Fruity's another OG. Good stuff.
Nuffkins being followed by 2 other people.
So before we watch our actual first match, we will see the first ever match of LPFWA history. Or, wait, no. I guess, Flamander has something to say. I forgot about that. Like, I actually forgot. I have no idea what he's gonna say. It's gonna be a surprise for me, too. Well... yes, Flamander, really hyped up about being the champ. He's helping his competition. I mean, that's true. The Undertaker, frankly, I thought he retired, but then he somehow fulfilled John Cena's wish to be at WrestleMania somehow. I hated that so much.
Yeah, that was kind of crap.
Still best match on the card. Somehow.
That is sad.
That is very sad, yeah. So sad. I'm gonna cry right now. And oh, we're now in the past.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his
No one knows this guy except me.
from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Mr. Hitman.
Oh, look at that! Before they WWE games became trash.
I mean, I wouldn't say that game was good.
But compared to 2018,
I mean, I was before 2K took over, but 2K14 had the same engine, and well. And hey, Felinoid, you missed precisely nothing. Like, nothing happened, actually. Like, okay, Flamander came out and told a little speech about how he won the title and everything. And now we're seeing our first flashback to the past. The good old days of 2013, when life was simpler and everything was good forever. Here's Schir, nice compression artifacts. This isn't your stream, this is just the footage.
I forgot how big his helmet was back then.
Yep. He was also much tinier, actually, like he was really short. And someone made him really huge for this version, I don't even know why. Old Schir was so optimistic and had a smile that he lost later on. Horrible, horrible. You might have heard that there's some incredible silence before the match. That's also throughout the match. And originally this didn't have any music over it. I only started with that like when the second episode started, and yeah, the crowd is very quiet. Everything in general in this game is quiet. Except for the in-game commentary.
Don't expect a lot of mercy to be shown here. What's he gonna do here? This could be bad. Wait, what's he doing?
Yep, big moves right from the start. That's how I remember it.
You gotta be kidding me! Not for the title! No! This is ridiculous! His skull just bounced.
Another thing I remember that is very important to know is that this game, and now just hang on, this is actually true, does not have 2 counts.
What?
No, it doesn't have 2 counts. It just doesn't have them. It's a bug where you'll either see a 1 count or a 3 count. Nothing in between. Oh, but one time we had a 2 count actually, but that was clearly a bug. Because, I don't know, we went crazy for that. I forget which match that happened in. Maybe it's one that we'll see today, I don't know, because there's like 3. But they're all like from the very first few episodes that we're gonna see. So nothing from when we introduced a better looking ring. And I know I've pointed this out before, but I always pick this song for the first episode of LPFWA. Because it says Rise from Your Grave. And now we're resurrecting the, like, actual first match, I suppose. That's how
Makes
this works.
sense.
Oh, it made perfect sense.
Sunshine, controlling the waist. Look past the ring at the thousands and thousands.
The in-game commentary had its charm for sure.
Each and every one of them are having a great time tonight.
Especially since it gave everybody some name, like, you had to set that up. Schir's called Sunshine.
There's gonna be a lot of offense in this match.
I remember that the PS3 games used to allow you to use custom soundtracks as well.
Yep, that's what you heard actually at the start. It wasn't me splicing it in at the time, it just happened live.
Ah.
Which is also why these first 2 seasons were broadcasted live. I mean, this is also live, but the actual footage and everything is pre-recorded.
Ah, yeah, I get you, because when you could originally use the soundtracks and you could just play them as is, but now you have to bug about with them.
Would you listen to this crowd show their appreciation for these amazing competitors?
By the way, Sabateini, like the guy who isn't Schir, he is a submission wrestler. You might not be able to tell. Over the course of his career in LPFWA, he won precisely one match by submission, and that was a submission match against somebody with barely any submission moves. Guess what? It was Schir. And it's not that match. He's gonna lose that by submission. Never give up.
Hey! And he fights out of it. He breaks the hold. Man, this is one of those matches you just like to sit back and enjoy watching.
Yeah, that's also my excuse for not giving any commentary.
Oh man, you're not kidding. The crowd's like zombies.
Yep, they're basically dead. When the match progresses far, they sometimes make some noise, but it's very quiet.
And here's a cover. And a kick out
Like,
by
you'd get a
Sunshine.
louder crowd if it was just one person in your basement and you were wrestling like a sack of rice.
They're giving it absolutely everything they've got. Oh, I can feel that one out here. No one home for that one.
Is he chopping over his head? He's not that tiny.
Dig down deep.
Oh my god, I forgot all about this.
Nice to see the computers were still Botchamanian and even back then.
Oh yeah, this could be.
You know, I spoiled the result, but I actually don't remember if that's actually the result, because they had multiple matches. But I know for sure that Sab lost one by submission. And the best part is actually, Sab is the, I think, 5th LPFWA champion. He won it off screen, and he left the company with it still around his waist off screen as well.
For a minute there, I thought you said he won it off screen and they lost it off screen.
Nah, I mean, he still has it technically. It's why we had to have like a tournament at the start of season 2 to get the a new title. I just didn't want to do the same thing again for season 3, so I didn't. Oh, in this game, people sometimes destroy announcers tables, just FYI. That can happen. It is not unheard of.
Wow! Talk about timing.
Also, count-out victories were incredibly common, but usually after putting someone through a barricade.
Big elbow. A butcher might actually be fighting just to survive this.
The referee's louder than the crowd.
Again. The kick connects.
And it's a problem with WWE in general, that the ring mics are usually way loud. So you can hear the ref say 2 more minutes, and then he suddenly awkwardly transition into their like finishing sequence.
Back into the ring now. He's going back outside. Now back the ring. And that one hurt his hand. Got the arm up. Taking it
Back in the ring, no outside. Back in the ring, no outside.
We got a cover. What a body shot. And did you hear the impact on that kick?
Oh, he's holding his head. I forgot that they do that.
Sunshine.
It means he's taking a beating, I think.
Behind.
That or it's random.
Oh. Oh, man. Hooks the leg.
1! Entire 1 count, good. You can never tell how far the match has progressed, how much they're exhausted, because there's only 1 count and 3 counts. It's fucking amazing.
Elbow's gotta hurt. Oh, gosh, look at that cut.
I mean, yeah, this is an old game by this point. Of course there's plenty of clipping. I mean, there still is today.
Hooking away.
Clipping through the ring.
2018 has got more worse problems than clipping.
Yes, they are fighting on about 3 inches of pure coke. Exactly. You figured it out.
Oh, out of nowhere.
The ref is light enough to step on top of it.
Wait a minute. Refusing to give in there. What sheer determination. Sunshine into the headlock. Oh my, what a jawbreaker! Oh no, wait a minute, Cole! He can rearrange.
Oh man, that bullet went across the entire ring. I wonder why they don't have that anymore.
What a counter! What a reversal!
Yep, that's where the Schir's tagline, Schir Determination, came from.
Man, you take a shot like that.
Because the announced team said sheer determination so much.
There's the inverted Russian leg sweep.
He was the first ever wrestler to get that tagline.
Boy, he is really
Aside from Cad, whose tagline is "Fuck you, Cad."
butcher hits it.
I'm not kidding.
There's the cover. Can he do it?
Wow, a 1 count. Even so late in the match.
His leg connected? Hey, wait a minute. What's he doing here? And there's the toss. Submission holds locked in. And he's in. He made it. He made it to the ropes.
I mean, a meme is basically an in-joke that nobody's in on. That's my take on it.
What a backbreaker. That elbow did some damage.
That's an awkward drag.
Counter that was. He thinks he has it. A big fist to the gut.
Still only amazing 1 counts.
I think after that, I'd be searching in my tights for a white flag I could wave. Oh, man! He landed right on his neck from that German suplex. And escaping to the outside, a veteran move to avoid the pinfall.
Like how they always describe escaping to the outside as a veteran move.
Oh, right to the gut.
God, this is starting to turn into the ending fight in Metal Gear Solid 4, with them just hobbling about trying to punch each other.
He's got him. 5, 6. He's wearing down the midsection. What an impact from that kick.
I'm still waiting for somebody to put their educated feet to good use.
Huge power move.
Oh yeah, this is it's absolutely true. The crowd just
Could be it.
maybe should like pipe some crowd noise in. Just Google or like find on YouTube a video of 10 hours of crowd noise.
CM Punk. CM Punk.
10 hours of CM Punk chants. Oh my god. This game came out during the CM Punk era, by the way. That's when he was like the hottest.
Here's a cover. This could be it.
The crowd made a very, very quiet noise.
Dodges to the side of that one. Nice reversal there. Great reversal. He was able to reverse that.
He saw that one coming. He anticipated that move perfect.
He's tapping. He's tapping.
Yeah, that's the one where he lost by submission. Good. The submission wrestler.
Submission wrestler lost by submission.
Yep. That's it. The first ever match of LPFWA history.
Representing the corporation.
There wasn't even commentary. There was no music in the first episode.
That was. Oh yeah.
Kind of sad,
Caught in that, and you have no choice
in a
but
way.
to tap out.
But hey, at least now we have crowd noise and everything. That's progress. I mean, that game has crowd noise, it's just not there most of the time. It's depressing, really. It's like there's like 1,000 people in this arena or something, and that crowd, that makes noise. Yeah, look at this shit. This is good.
Ah, we're back in 2018, man.
2028.
2028. Yes, that is correct.
Gotta keep kayfabe.
Got to keep kayfabe.
We'll see. Now we have the real first match, I guess you could say. Even though I started playing video games with the NES era, I think the first wrestling game I ever played was WCW vs. NWO Revenge. Which is a good one to start on, to be quite honest.
I think the first one I ever played was that goofy arcade WWF game, you know, the one with all the weird gimmicks and all that.
I don't know. Maybe I do. I'm just blanking out on it.
I think it had the Undertaker with actual supernatural powers on it.
Well, let's see. Here's the Masked Man with the Buscus title. Can he finally get rid of it?
And here comes Schir 2028.
Yes, he's suddenly much taller and his helmet is proportionally smaller. And you can now see through his visor, which is his thin. Which is why his faces are wrapped up. You're not supposed to see him. I forgot to set up the bets. Let me do that real quick. I knew I forgot something. Not that it matters a lot, but hey. Well, here we go. In any case, here's some wrestling. You gotta hand it to the people who made this game. Just from a spectator's perspective, this game is much better.
Yeah, so when you pick up the controller and you try to control the thing, that's the problem.
There's actual crowd music too. And since you don't have to play these games, it doesn't matter how well they play. I wonder how long it'll be until Maskman executes his plan D. And a super kick to the helmet.
Oh, silly masked man, that never works in this game.
There's a couple things that never work. Like dirty pins. And the elbow drop to the ass sometimes works. Elbow drop to the mat, very effective if you don't hurt your own elbow. I can dig it. Okay, full disclosure on Plan B. I wanted to execute it for a while now, but I couldn't. Because I ran into different problems every time. So, there will be more problems soon, I guess.
Is this you admitting that Plan B will never happen?
Is
this?
It should happen, eventually. Ideally.
Hello.
Hi, man.
Wow. There we go. You've missed very blurry footage of the first ever match. Back then my internet was not very good. And this is Buscus.
Yes, it is.
Oh, they're going on. Oh my god!
Ooh. Ow.
That was kind of sick. I wonder why he's like... He's got the Buscus and never seems to be able to lose it.
Damn.
It seems like every time he's on the outside, he's doing good.
Yeah.
Too bad the match has to be won on the inside.
Doing his best to destroy Schir's helmet.
To honor the LPFWA 13 history, no 2 counts apparently. Oh, that was his finish, I think. One, two. No. The
so
2
close.
counts, holy shit. Who would have thought that would ever happen? In 2017, this was unheard
Finisher
of.
too.
Yeah.
Oh, but Schir's fighting back. Or not.
He's doing the dark side neck twist, but without the super taunts. This means it's less powerful. Just, you know, gently putting him back down. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, a dirty pin. Holy shit.
Oh.
One.
1, 2.
The day one of those will work, I know what I'll do. I have no idea. It's gonna eat me up inside. Oh, blood.
But who? Masked Man?
Masked Man, yeah. He got tripped by Schir. And the space funeral. Masked Man is buried forever. And ever. And ever. Unless he can kick out.
1, 2.
Nope.
He cannot.
Buried in space.
Damn.
I'm powering one out for Masked Man.
Me too.
I'll just grab some of the Triburiform. Cheers!
Fun fact, Schir's finish is called the Space Funeral. Because one of the first games he LP'd on SA was Space Funeral. It's on the archives if you wanna like read it. It exists, but I think his finisher is better, probably. Actually, I should plug it more, like, more convincingly. Oh god. Just read the LP, I guess.
Plug it in a way that isn't also burying it.
Alright. Masterman did not win, unfortunately. Sad day for him. I didn't check, but I think he now has the longest reign ever.
Bone Pimp's probably happy.
I mean, let me check before I say anything I can't take back. Although I already have to take something back with this. Now where are we? Actually, no, not even by long shot. This was his his 4th Buscus loss. He needs one more to surpass Bumpin. So he's still good. Maybe.
It all depends on next week, I guess.
Well, could be worse. Could all be very much worse.
Not the rate at which he's losing. Prime for 3rd Street Sinners material. Yeah, no DCB.
Yeah, not this week, unfortunately.
After getting her ass kicked so much last week.
Yeah, we're now gonna see Face versus Lotus, and after that we will see an old LPFWA 13 match of Kadorhal versus Rath. Kadorhal, of course, turned into Face, and Lotus was at least submitted by the same person as Rath, so... Let's see how it goes. Of course Face can wrestle. He's wrestled before. Why are you so surprised? Just because he hasn't wrestled in a while and only accompanied like Palpy and Kaiser to the ring for a while? Come on.
He was in tag matches. Like a couple of the 8-men's.
Yeah, like mostly those. Like last week he was also in tag match. I think? Yeah, he was. He was. You can clearly tell who's the face and who's the heel though here.
Yeah.
I could check how long it's been, but I don't wanna. Oh man, that's rude. Look, I can count to at least 33 because this is the 33rd episode of this season. And can't be longer than that. The character Rath Lotus was before, I guess, was a submission wrestler too, by the way. Which is why Lotus has a lot of submission maneuvers that he barely ever uses. Just, you know, a little fun fact. And Cat was pretty much always a brawler. I mean, Lotus is a high flyer. But the original submission of the guy who submitted Lotus, like Rath, Dragonatrix, or also called Lotus, well, I was a submission wrestler, and I like to think that they're the same person somehow. So there's some crossover between the moves. Oh, doing flips right away. Oh, there's one of these submission maneuvers that I was talking about, but rope bridge.
Immediately got broken.
Yeah. Oh, what's that? Wow. I don't think I've seen that one before.
Set out power bomb.
Oh, hey, Ham's here. I didn't notice you when you first came in. It's a shame that Ham is only able to catch so few episodes due to internet stuff. Oh man, this could be the imploder. Ah, it's not. Just a regular 450. Still flips. I like flips. Do you like flips? I like flips.
Gross. Who doesn't like flips?
Chim Cornet.
Well, what does he?
I don't think there's much he likes, to be honest.
He likes stuff, I think.
He likes the Midnight Express.
It's just he's pissed off at things a lot. That's his only problem. Or, well, one of his many problems. Anyway, here's a match. With moves. Oh, is this a 450? The imploder, please. I want to see it. Oh, man. Face. No. Heal.
Just going for it again.
Good stuff.
Oh.
What the hell is that?
I don't know.
Like, Face is busting out all the moves today that I've never seen because he barely wrestles on his own. Ooh. Rainmaker.
Clothesline. A transitional move. Going for something.
Going for the Hangman CDT, I think. Yup.
Yep. Got it.
Blood.
Now Lotus is bleeding.
Not that you can tell, mind you, but...
Yeah. 1, 2. Ow! I was just choking him out.
Elbow to Face's face or mask. Let's ignore that he's wearing a mask. Well, these are both masked wrestlers, actually.
Yeah. But only Face is wearing a protective mask.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's like very protective, except of like, I don't know, air. Let's say the air wants to kill him, he's probably safe, but that's about it.
Nope, just bragging.
Getting hyped up that he's hit somebody. I don't think I can let that one count. I don't think I can let that one count. I mean, I'll still save it, but... Ah, yes, the good old throwing people around. That's the way I like it. Ooh, he reversed the chokeslam, which is one of his signatures or finishers. I don't even know anymore. It's kind of hard to remember all this. That was his signature, I believe, maybe? I should know this. I clearly should. Oh, is this the imploder? Oh, yes.
Yep. Ooh. Got it. Oh, but he's gassed. Nobody's going for the pin.
1, 2.
Gee.
Ooh. That was close as fuck. Yes, Lotus promotes living a whole afternoon. That sounds good, yeah. Let's save that in my text file. Like the other one that I can't count, but still. No episode title left behind. Oh, I think we're going up. Ah, too bad. I want to see what Lotus can do from the top rope. Like, except of course his flips. Oh man, that was a cool kick.
Yeah.
1, 2. Oh, he's bleeding now.
Yep. There. Another title for you.
Oh, a shitty roll-up. Those actually sometimes win though, opposed to dirty pins. Oh, another submission maneuver close to the ropes.
Oh, CSTF.
Yep, we're close to the ropes. Legs still on the ropes. Oh, it's clipped through, everything's fine.
Lotus has no idea what to do, apparently.
I think he's just pitying face at this point. Oh, or not. Another imploder. Oh yes, there we go.
Got it.
1, 2, 3. Lotus wins, and Link is appearing today, he just won't have a match. He'll be at ringside for Fruity's match.
Oh.
There's so many episode titles, wow. Must prevent myself from missing any of those. Because sometimes people say, oh, I've submitted one like an hour ago. And oh, I thought it was a normal post. There we go. Lotus actually won. Which, you know, considering that he was like on a pretty big losing streak once upon a time. Pretty good. He's on the upswing. Well, and up next we will see the past version of that bout.
So say goodbye to the animated audience for a bit.
Oh, yes. The audience is dead. Rest in peace. Oh, but first we'll have a scene. from the old days. If you're wondering who Grawl is, Grawl was the admin of Let's Play Forum.net? It was net, right? I don't know. Forum's dead now, anyway. But IGgy abdicated to Grawl because, you know, admin and everything. That's how things worked.
And where's Brawl now?
Well, Grawl still exists. Just never interacted with LPFWA in any way, shape, or form. Here we have Rath, aka Dr. Rath, aka Rath Dragonatrix, aka Lotus, coming in to defend the featured LPR title that existed back then instead of the Superstar title.
He looks a lot like the one bad guy from Saints Row 3.
The following contest is a submission match, and it's for the non-stop internet of prestigious mixed television championship.
A title name. I like just take the piss with those.
Is the non-stop internet of prestigious mixed television champion British.
And it cuts off his name because the title name is too long. That's the best part. His name is, by the way, British Zachary York Morgan, like his announcer name. Hence the music. I mean, that's part of it, I think. But yeah, that's how it is. That was Rath's entrance theme for the second season, yeah. For season 1 was Life is Beautiful. And here's a vintage face from before he wore the mask. So if you ever wondered what Face's face looks like, you're gonna see it now.
And introducing the challenger from Shangri-La, the Eliminator.
The Eliminator. That is true, the current face might not be the real face. It's kind of hard to tell. After all, Kadorhal had an evil twin brother called Ladderhal. That is actually a story that happened.
Was his gimmick ladder matches?
No. Just that letter L is next to letter K on a keyboard. That's the gimmick. That's all there is to it. I didn't really think it any further than that.
Man, wasted the gimmick.
I actually made it never showed up on screen, but it actually made a character for Ladderhall, and it was the same as Cad, but with a goatee. Yes, that crowd.
So this is a submission matchup. You win it by making your opponent tap out. Oh, I love these kind of matches.
Oh, so we have some other commentators with us.
Oh yeah, but we're trying to drown them out.
We're in the feeling out process here. Who's gonna get the advantage and maintain?
They still might put their educated feet to good use.
Dive into the middle of next week. King, what kind of strategy is there in a submission match? Well, you have to target a body part, no question. After that, you keep attacking that spot until you can slap a hold on it. Oh, mama!
That was the second time we've seen that move in a match that's only just started.
Interested to see who becomes the alpha male early in the contest.
Well, the commentary mentioned something with alpha males somehow.
So,
Sheer
Kadorhal, the big bridge.
domination.
And he gets out of the way.
That was interesting. I think that was the original footage.
Liking this cover of Battle on the Big Bridge.
Yeah, a lot of the remixes they used for Season 1 were Final Fantasy or Mega Man remixes. Because there's so many of those. But yes, this remix does indeed rule.
These superstars are so unpredictable. I'm having a hard time figuring out what they're going to do next.
I just hate that there's zero noise in this game. Like, just nothing for falling down on the ring. The crowd is completely quiet.
Yeah. Got plenty of Michael Cole, though.
Michael Cole is okay, if he's not on main roster commentary.
I'm just trying to figure out who the other person is.
I think it was JBL.
I wanted to say Jared Lawler, but I think he was gone at that point.
Oh, it might be Cherry Lawler still. No, it is Cherry Lawler, yeah. He was still on commentary at the time. I think? I don't even
I'm not sure
know.
if he was gone at that point yet or not.
It doesn't matter.
Because he was too old.
Yeah, but Cherry Lawler still wrestles. He's not too old for that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Oh man! Oh, and you have to give the
Well,
assist
Ham,
to summarize
Gilgamesh does have a two-armed form, so it is possible.
Yeah, but you can't give like a CAW 1,000 weapons.
He lights up his chest with a chop. A sharp kick.
Ooh, Goomba Stomp.
Well, you can. It's just that his gimmick has to be that he only fights in weapons matches.
And he throws them all into the ring.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that Cat had such sick moves. So many cool
Yeah.
flips.
Oh, that elbow's gotta hurt. Man, DDT right on his face. These superstars looking for a victory, looking to build momentum. Look out! And the
Oh, I think that's his finisher or signature, I don't remember.
once again, this match can only be
I can't claim to know.
Listen to that chop echo throughout the arena. Talk about a move with bad intentions. Submission maneuver. The glam slam stretch is locked on.
Oh yeah, Rath is a submission wrestler.
These submission
Oh.
matches are so physical.
Just
It's
FYI.
getting submitted right now.
This is a submission match. I mean, the first match was already a submission wrestler who lost via submission.
Remember a championship
Yeah.
and now
And he's doing that move over and over. He sure likes that one. I mean, can't blame him. It's cool.
Yeah. Gotta get his shit in.
all your friends. Let them know what's going on right now in this awesome match. Wait a minute. Refusing to give in there. What sheer determination. And he dodges that one. Again, the championship title at stake in this contest. Just
It's a weird delay on that suplex.
come on, what a dirty move.
Yeah. Ooh. Repeated blows to the mat.
High elbow to the face.
Sheer determination in a match that doesn't even feature Schir.
I mean, he's had his 2 matches already.
Yeah.
Did you see the neck snap back? Oh, what an elbow! He drops the elbow. Fast enough, York.
Yes, he just lost his elbow somehow. This is his finisher, the torture rack.
Reversed by York. Narrowly avoids the attack. And he escapes the hold. Neither individual is going to back down here. These guys are giving it absolutely
God, I like Cat's moveset. I forgot I made it that way.
Yeah.
the submission. This might be it.
Pretty cool moveset.
At what point, King, do those thoughts creep in of, what do I have to do to put this match to rest?
And I don't know. I don't know as a WWE superstar if you ever have those thoughts of self-doubt.
He fights his way out of it again for like the 3rd time.
His way out.
Look at the eyes of York. They've got a faraway
I'm just trying to figure out who in WWE did that move.
Back then they had a lot of moves that no one ever did,
The force behind that leg drop.
Yeah.
which made the game better. They had a lot of stuff that no one ever
I
did,
can't believe everything
or
that's
like
transpired.
parts
Have to
of
tap out
like
right here.
just cosmetics that no one ever used ever,
Well, yeah.
and entrances no one never used. That was cool. Shopping cart entrance.
Like a modified surfboard, but like no one in the company does surf a surfboard.
I think that's called a glam stretch, which makes me think it's a move somebody made once happened. I don't know.
So that Phoenix then?
Maybe?
Suppose the glam is on after all.
Hey, he's going for it again. Man, there's no getting up from that.
Vicious smack to the
Just
torso.
chops to the face.
Oh, blood.
Blood.
He's got him.
There were actually blood drops in that game.
Up to here.
Yeah, I can see him on the mat.
Again, no countouts. These competitors can do whatever they want outside of the ring. Hard shot to the skull.
Bouncing off nothing.
He swung wild with that one.
I mean, yeah. That's just how physics work in WWE 13. Before there was any 2K attached.
And the samurai reverses it.
Wild strike doesn't find a home.
Oh my gosh. Sit right into that steel.
Yeah, that's right. THQ used to make these.
Oh, and he tastes the
And then THQ died.
It's gonna give you a headache.
Yes. By their own hand.
Back into the ring now. Right in the kisser. What an impact from that kick. Boy, he was able to reverse and get out of that.
And again he exits the ring.
Oh, wait. His arm is... It looks like it's just dangling somehow.
Shot to the temple. And a
Here's the-
attacking punch. Collar and elbow battling for control. Oh, and the knee connects.
There's not any attack. Oh, or not.
And he brings his leg crashing
Working the
down.
leg.
Oh no! Oh! Got just to the side of that one. Got out of the way of that one.
Alright, this game had endless reversal change. I like that one. Sometimes it went on for a while. This also applies for roll-up pins, by the way. They'd sometimes just go back and forth forever.
Wicked clothesline. And there's the reversal. He's able to reverse that. He's got him hooked.
Hips are now messed up.
And I'm sure we'll be able to see the handprint left by that chop. And he gets tossed back in the ring.
Hey, wait a minute, what's he doing here? Look out! Uh-oh.
Why won't they actually... Okay, now they're in the ring.
Yep.
Because even though this is like no DQ and submission only, it can only end in the ring.
Submission locked in, and this might be it.
The only one who's done a submission that wasn't a finisher is Cad, by the way. And once more, the submission wrestler loses by submission.
Samurai wins!
Nice. Congratulations on Cad's victory in the past.
Here is your winner and new non-stop internet of prestigious television champion.
We have a new champion.
Oh yes, that's good.
What a match and a new champion! I love the WWE!
I love the WWE, I don't. I think it's bad, mostly.
Yeah.
That's just my hot take.
No, I kind of agree.
By the way, later on today, NGPW will have the G1 special. A show that will
That's-
probably be actually good.
That should be good.
Ah yes, but now we have a real match. IGgy versus Macroman Keynes, but guess what? Iggy's too drunk to fight.
Of course it is. Oh shit.
Breaker.
Why bullshit? It's all fair. This used to happen all the time in the old days, but nowadays BNF kind of refuses to do it, but hey, for old time's sake.
Like the bike, how the bike just magically disappeared.
Yep, it's a magical bike. Well, and here comes the good old Macroman.
Yep.
He's probably wrestled before I was even born.
Probably.
It's just like the contrast with the like actual Macho Man footage on the Titantron.
Yeah.
Let's see if BNF still got it. Last time we saw him, he was up against Nuffkins, so him losing there doesn't really say much.
Yeah. once again come out of retirement to fight another retirement match.
Nope, going for the pinfall early. Worth a try. It sure is
Gently put him down.
a cinematic camera shot for basically putting someone down that round very gently, yeah.
He's putting the claw on.
As far as we can tell, anyway.
Yes. Ooh.
Well, you have arrested mass and wow, deadlift chokeslam, holy shit.
Damn. Ooh.
Well, my entrance theme is just my entrance theme from Season 1, so... Last I've managed to completely ignore Iggy's music because, well, it's just my style. There was a make him tap sign in the background, by the way.
Do either of these men have submission moves?
I mean, everybody has to have submission moves. It's impossible to make a character without one.
Perhaps they were just asking us to make one of these two men Tap Out's new spokesperson. Plus the USA signing the crowd.
Oh, okay. No double count out here. Oh, can he just go for the pin here? Oh, yeah.
Get on him.
One. Nah.
Top rope something.
It is... Oh, I thought it might be his elbow. He's gonna drop the elbow.
Whatever it was, it missed.
That was the thing. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Oh, he's going up. So do a thing. One. Nah, just one. It's not pin over that easily. Elbow to the face. Not dropped yet, though.
Ooh.
That looked like it was supposed to go the other way.
Yeah.
That was basically his finisher, I think. One, two. Nah.
Ah, but picked up.
Oh, could this be the elbow? Is he gonna drop it somewhere? Never find it again? Oh yeah, it is.
And get the pin.
1, 2,
3.
Yep.
Nice.
He's actually beat BNF.
Back to retirement with him.
I mean, he's not retired, just as a wrestler.
He started as a wrestler. Just working the office in the back.
Yeah. He's doing all the work I'm supposed to do.
Oh, so he's the one who's actually putting these matches together then?
Yeah. He made the mistake of booking me though, so he knew he had to do it himself. BNF would never throw a match for me, come on. Best friends. Booga booga indeed.
Macroman's gonna be celebrating with some economy tonight.
He's pointing up, it means the rates are going up or something.
Numbers don't lie.
Well, before our next match, looks like something's happening backstage. Which is Fruity and Jumpy talking about the good old times. And Chancino's also there. With some vintage footage there in the background. By the way, that is the original resolution that I streamed this at.
Yeah.
Oh boy, Jumpy's start is interesting. In the background you can see her transforming into Kawaii and Kawaii 2 right now.
Yeah.
That's her version of going Super Saiyan.
Nice. Promotion's come a long way.
I mean, if you remember Aurora being a wrecking machine, well, that's weird because she lost so much in Season 2. She did throw the moon into the sun though, so she's got that going for her.
Also, I don't think we've seen that person at all in Season 3, so...
Nope. We did not. we will have our Kawaii title match. Help save the business.
By watching New Japan. And also this. Oh, there's just randomly a dumpster there.
Oh yeah,
By the entranceway.
we are kind of running this show in a shed, so there has to be a dumpster
Shit.
somewhere.
I guess so.
It's part of the personality of the venue.
Oh, but at Legend, there also has to be a dead body somewhere too.
There
That
is,
don't count.
but we kind of like hid it away in an airtight container, and yeah. Yeah, here's a good old Nadira.
Reigning Kawaii champion.
So kawaii.
Speaking of people who have come back from losing streaks,
Yeah, actually, yeah. And she's in a pretty good run, too. And, you know, Lady is a former Kawaii champion, too. So this should be interesting. Dash is my tag team partner, come on. Wouldn't throw him in a dumpster. I mean, he might have thrown himself in there. I don't know. Yes, now comes the part where the referee holds up the title and looks like this is the most serious moment of his life.
here we go. You're starting us off.
I mean, that ref looks less serious than the others, that's true. But yep, Nadira's starting pretty good. Couple of moves here.
Well, he is a WWE ref, Felinoid. Comes with the job.
I wish you could have red shoes in this.
Yeah.
With his, like, exaggerated motions and everything.
There's probably a mod for him or something.
Yeah, but I'm playing this on console, so yeah.
Ah, no mods.
No mods, no masters. I mean, maybe there is a mod for a bear ref. I mean, there is a bear ref in Fire Pro at least. Fire Pro just randomly lets you make bears. No other animals, just bears. Oh, they're going away. This bodes well.
Yeah, so going up the ramp, that's never a good sign.
Well, there is no ramp.
Well, They're going up the aisleway.
They're going further. What's
Ooh,
the...
what the hell is that?
Mose... was. Hold on.
It looks like she tripped and did a flip.
Wait. There we go. Didn't have that in a while. Oh no, she was trying to reset the count, but was too
She
slow.
waited too long.
Oh man. So technically she won?
Yeah.
She tried to reset the count. Like, she actually knows how to do it, opposed to DZB, who tries, but fails. Which is why she's no longer allowed to wrestle matches with countout, but... Well... Well. Look, it's some guy.
Oh. Yes, it is. It is some guy. I wonder who that is.
I don't know. I forgot the music for this scene. It's doesn't matter though. We have crowd in the background. Ah yes, the legendary tournament that she won Climax, which I googled. And I made the mistake again in this very text box. Just FYI. That's how I name things. But yep, we're gonna have as a G1 style tournament.
Nice.
Which was my plan from the start, but, well, took me that long. And this is our next match. Hell-Ena versus Jumpy-Chan versus Yelizaveta. And the only OG here is Jumpy. I'm trying to subtly tell you to root for Jumpy.
Oh, are we going to see everyone's entrances? Long entrances.
I mean, look, this is a shorter version of Hell-Ena's entrance, first of all. And I might have altered Jumpy's entrance, or not. Look, like, their long entrances back to back is something I have to save for a special occasion. Like for a big title match or something. I mean, Felinoid, that's not gonna work. Like, the entrances usually are longer than that, even if they go by quick. Like, one entrance, sure, that might work, but 3? Just crawling around the ring. Very cool. Okay, so here is Jumpy's entrance at 4 times speed.
Here we go.
Really great stuff here.
Interesting looking movements.
I mean,
He's going at 4
she's
times speed.
she's doing Shinsuke Nakamura stuff, so of course it's gonna be interesting. It's interesting even at normal speed.
Well,
Oh, yeah! Well, there we go. That's Jumpy's entrance. And now we have a normal length entrance. Believe it or not, with Yelizaveta. Jumpy's entrance, by the way, sped up 4 times, is still longer than that one.
yeah. It's longer than most entrances.
Alrighty. It is time for a 3-way to actually commence. Ah, tranquilo. Jumpy picking her opponent immediately,
Yep.
which is both of them. What the hell is...
Meanwhile,
Oh, yes. I can't
Fuck.
dig this. Oh, boy. Yes.
God.
That was well timed. Yelizaveta just likes taunting in this one. And punching into nothingness. Good. Just throwing Hell-Ena around like nothing. I mean, DDT once had like a match against somebody invisible, I think. Oh boy, that's a clip now. Good.
Sure is.
John Cena's in every match. Usually just as a spectator at ringside.
You can't see him because he's on the hard camera side.
Well, I also actually have an invisible sprite for John Cena, so he's in every scene now. Like, actually, really, that's it. He's in every scene. Dropping the elbow.
Ooh. DDT onto Jumpy.
Well. That was kind of a well-timed, like, kind of stop in the music. I didn't, like, do that on purpose, by the way. That just kind of happened. Oh my god, another deadlift chokeslam. That's a BNF move.
Breaking up pins.
Oh, good stuff. Would be better if one of them actually worked, but oh.
Missed.
Now going for the pin. Oh, of course, just a 1 count. That was a long time. Oh, she's going for something for the, like, face eating, I think. Yeah. Jumpy's face is now eaten. Rest in peace, Jumpy. No. Not that easily.
Lisa just pounding on her. What is Jumpy doing?
Something interesting. Something very interesting indeed.
Submission move, I guess. Ooh.
1, 2. Wow. She's good at punching people, at least.
Yeah. Quite good. Ooh.
Holy shit, that's the most metal remix of Kirby ever.
Yeah.
1. Head-butting the hands. Wow. Rude.
Into the fun.
Oh, we're going up. Is this... Oh, the outside superplex. Oh, yeah. It's happening.
Connect. And it does.
She's dead now.
Having some trouble in the ring.
Not only is she dead, Jumpy wants to get a weapon. Oh my god.
Wants
What's...
to get a weapon and take it to Hell-Ena. And lose it immediately.
Well, that's just how it goes sometimes.
That's how it always goes.
Basically, yeah. Oh, Yelizaveta is still alive. Impressive.
Yeah.
Oh, she dabs. Somehow I like it when she does that. Oh, she's doing her 5 moves of doom. This is number 3. Can't you do number 4? Nope.
Nope, she lost interest and went after Lisa instead.
Ah, we're going back up again.
Now it's Lisa's turn.
And 1, 2. Oh man.
But
Oh,
Hell-Ena broke enough.
oh, still a kick out, I think. Just. Oh!
Code breaker.
Or a lung blower, as it's sometimes called.
Kick out. Two. Kick out.
Yeah, it looks like Hell-Ena and Jumpy-Chan have picked each other as opponents in this match.
Or
And every
Lisa
time,
being the odd woman out.
every time Lisa
Okay.
comes to the ring, they just try to just take her out.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, actually.
So focused they were on each other that they didn't take her all that seriously.
Nope,
Now she won.
they did not take her seriously. Lisa actually won. Just kind of took the win. Just kind of
Yeah.
was there. Now all that's left is, well, not all that's left. We still have one more vintage match, and after that we will have our main event. Nuffkins versus Fruitsniffer. But first, we will have the first ever Buscus match. Fruitsniffer versus Ultigonio. Yeah, but good moral to the story. Okay, let's go back to the past one last time to see how Fruity started out. Oh, but first there's a scene attached to all that. Well, the story behind that is interesting. Cad somehow didn't tag in twice during a tag team match with Mecha Prime, and it ended up making Mecha Prime a bit angry. And it is the reason why the whole "fuck you Cad" movement started. And where everybody thought he was a heel, when in truth he was a face. Little did he know back then that eventually he would be a heel called face. And look at that face.
Yeah. I guess you got the last laugh since I don't think I've ever seen Mecha Prime before.
Wow, you don't know LP Superstar Mecha Prime?
Nah.
Wow.
I don't know this guy either.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't blame you for that. Back in the day, I used to like base a lot of people around their avatars, and Ultigonio had just like some shitty like MS Paint drawn blonde dude with sunglasses. So somehow that's what came out of that. And his song is some comedy skit, I think.
So if I'd been around back in the day, my character would have just been Death from Sandman.
I mean, wouldn't that be a bit unfair, though? I mean, she doesn't actually kill people, but, you know...
Well, she doesn't kill people if she's wrestling.
That's true. Hopefully not, at least.
This isn't Lucha on the ground.
Yes, it is not. Here's Fruity with his original entrance theme. Which he picked himself, I might add. I would have picked something different. He used that same theme in Season 2. For 3, I made him use something else. And yeah, I tried starting the music 3 times for some reason back in the day. Because it was like piped in live, it wasn't pre-recorded.
Mm. A lot of loading in these matches.
I mean, they're still loading today, it's just that it's hidden behind crowd shots.
Did you hear how his leg connected? Wow! Talk about timing! What a match this is going to be. And down he goes!
Kicking in this match.
Sunshine.
Yeah.
Controlling the weight.
Oh, by the way, Ultigonio came in with the Buscus, but at that point no one had earned the Buscus yet, so he just came in with it because somebody had to come in with it.
Sunshine
Ah.
from behind.
That's the very first Buscus match.
The Frankensteiner. Sunshine.
Was he ever the Buscus?
He's putting those
Who?
educated feet to good use.
Ultimo.
No.
And that's a stiff
I mean, technically he came in with the belt. Oh, was he maybe? I don't even know anymore. Oh man, did we miss educated feet? Oh god.
Superstars can afford to give their opponent the upper hand. Avoids the impact there.
We do actually have an LPFWA wiki. Back in the day, things were recorded pretty spotlessly, so maybe I can check the wiki on info for my own show. Yep, I am gonna do that now. Gonna look up Ultigonio on the LPFWA wiki of days long past. Although honestly, there's so much stuff in it that just, you know, people got wrong. But
Oh my gosh! Sunshine comes up with a nice counter. Sunshine.
actually, the page for Ultigonio doesn't have any match records. Well, that sucks.
Sunshine goes behind. Dodges to the side of that one.
And
What a series!
yeah, his everything is empty. Well, that's kind of depressing. I thought maybe someone would have recorded something on him.
Big slap to
Ah
the
well.
chest.
I'll check out Fruity's page instead.
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other. Look at this! Big bulldog!
Oh, Fruitsniffer has a lot of stuff.
And he gets out of the way. A sharp
Fruitsniffer has a rather disastrous career so far. He was eliminated in the inaugural
hits hard.
Royal Rumble by Mecha Prime after getting in all but of one hit, and so had to face Ultigonio for the privilege of not being crowned the Buscus champion. It was a hard-fought battle. Well,
Remember, momentum in the WWE.
it was a hard-fought battle, but Ultigonio had a distinct advantage at match that caused Fruitsniffer to bleed profusely. Oh my god, did we see that yet? In the end, this was what determined the outcome, and Fruitsniffer ended the night as the new Buscus champion. However, he would rectify this the following night, defeating Poke Crisis and ridding himself of the Buscus belt.
And there's the reversal.
Good times. Somebody wrote this, it wasn't me.
He gets out of trouble there. Tie up. This is about skill and power.
Oh, Ultigonio actually did hold it, I think. Oh no, it didn't. Well,
Single leg Boston Crab
Because I found the page for the Buscus on the wiki. Well, whatever. I'm done with checking the wiki for my own show.
And he fights his way out.
Very, very painful hold here. What's
Yep.
he gonna do?
Painful hold.
Oh, back to the head, back to the temple.
Wait a minute.
It would be hilarious if Free lost this by submission, because he too is kind of a submission wrestler. At least he has a submission
Well, yeah.
finisher. I don't actually know if that's the case though.
It's a big fight. Sunshine.
Yes, kicks to the chest
Sunshine got all of that.
and the head, of course.
Some kicks for Ultigonio's thing, I guess.
The tension, the drama. This is electric. And there's the submission hold. Will this do it? Not today. Too fast.
There's so many people called Sunshine in this. I bet one time Sunshine and Sunshine fought.
Match. Nobody wants to lose this opportunity.
Struggling towards the ropes here.
Nicely avoided there. Nice reversal.
He's trying to get the blood flowing to his brain.
You can see the way.
Oh, did he already start bleeding now? I don't even know.
Reversal. This is dangerous.
Because back then I just kind of didn't know what I was doing anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I think he's through playing around.
Oh, triple
Great move by Sunshine.
elbow drops. Great move by Sunshine.
Here's the pin. Title on the line.
Oh man.
And he collapses down to the canvas.
Oh come on now. That was just uncalled for.
So who's the heel and who's the face in this match?
I mean,
Neck breaker.
seeing as Fruity is the one people actually still know, probably him.
Here, what's he gonna do here?
Cause say like try cheering for some jobber who like
Oh, he got him. I mean,
doesn't show up
there's
anymore
nothing like seeing
at
somebody
all.
go flying through the
Ever.
air.
Yeah.
Getting out of there. Whoa!
I mean, he might show up, but I don't know. Because the person behind him still exists, of course.
Hey, he's going for it again.
More kicks. I think that was his signature finisher. Now thinking of it. Oh yeah, kicking to the head, bleeding.
He's been opened up.
Quickly into the cover with the title on the line.
Ah yes, good old 1 counts, because 2 counts weren't invented yet.
To avoid that. He's heading out of the ring.
It's amazing just how much more exciting a match can get just by having 2 counts.
His focus is turned to the announce table.
Oh,
Oh, is it happening? Because it did it a lot more often in these old days.
oh.
Watch this. And now looking to put him away.
Oh, this isn't good.
Watch it. Watch it.
A few more seconds, and this could end it.
Of course, the face Fruity does reset the count. Wants a good finish.
Watch it. Watch it.
So he just messed up the announcer's table for nothing.
Probably.
Flipped into the ring.
I mean, still might do it, but
Turning
you
the
never
chest
know.
red and swollen.
Because they did break the table a lot more often in 2K13 and 14.
What an amazing force was behind that
They
slam.
always destroyed the barricades like once a show.
Have those ribs looked at after this match.
Oh, big elbow. And he's heading back inside the ring. Ooh, a skull-crushing impact.
He's got him.
More blood,
That'll knock you out cold.
I think.
He's on the move again. Oh my
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh. Didn't know
Somehow that
springboard
missed.
moves existed back then.
Wow, what a drop
Oh my god. ulti was just pushed in the middle of the ring by an invisible force.
A textbook suplex. This might be big. Uppercut with a
This might be big, he says.
shoulders down. Championship on the line.
Well, I don't miss the 1 counts from this game, honestly. I'm glad
Yeah.
that we have 2 counts now.
Oh, big DDT. That could be it.
You trying to go for a pin here? No.
Hit him.
Looking at it again.
Oh, just chain elbows.
That's it.
Why not?
He's done. Here's the
Just
pin.
prove
Title on the
one.
line.
2.
Three.
You can tell there's a 2 count, that means there's also gonna be a
Wow.
3, because this game
Yeah.
doesn't have 2 counts.
Yeah. How about that? Jerry Lawler actually called it.
Amazing. And he's holding the belt as though he'd won it, as though it was something to be desired, but the
He's
truth
celebrating the
is,
fact that he's not going to have to leave the ring with it.
I think it was my justification as well at the time.
What a match and a new champion.
But now I just don't make him title matches and manual transfer the title. To break kayfabe for a second.
What I'd give
Mm.
for a meal on there. So I started looking around to see what I could have. I was rubbing my eggy soldier.
Oh, but back to the
Wow.
present.
Yes.
In time for the main event.
This will history repeat on this anniversary. Will Fruity lose once again?
Well, he is up against Nuffkins, so... But he also has his friends with him, you never know.
Nuffkins also has friends with him.
Yeah. Kind of. Fruity has actually faced Nuffkins before. It didn't end well for him.
Well, obviously not since he's wearing his bandana.
Yeah. I appreciate that everybody is rooting for Fruity. Well, one person. Two people, actually, yeah. But I'll have to play house, of course. I forgot that for the rest of the show, but it wasn't a problem. Actually, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Look, this is more difficult than it looks.
Hmm.
There we go, now we have 50-50 split. And here comes the defending bunny champion, Fruitsniffer. So, here's the thing. This would be his 7th defense, so if he can beat Nuffkins, he will have surpassed Palpatine. He will also be tied with Nuffkins for longest title reign period, even though it's a different title. So you could say there's some more on the line and a little bit of a title reign. It's about the streak.
Oh, and here comes the Warriors. Lotus on rag duty.
Normally that's Link, but I mean, if it was a squash, that would be boring.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, it's possible.
that one squash between Toad and Anil certainly wasn't boring.
Yeah, it might be a squash. Everything can be a squash. Just hope not, because Fruity's on a really hot run.
Yeah.
Maybe Fruity's gonna squash Nuffkins.
That always happen. Although, boy, our Nuffkins star will have fallen.
Classic twerking on the belt. We are also defending the twerk here, because Nuffkins, he won't twerk on the belt. We'll break
Have
tradition. I mean, Nuffkins never twerked anyway.
Yeah, he wasn't twerking on the heavyweight title, so.
Yeah. But even when asked, he wouldn't do it.
Already beating the shit out of Fruity.
Yep.
Fruity
Just,
picked up.
just taking the piss, basically.
Oh.
Fun fact, this song is called Our Fallen Savior, and they thought, hey, it's fitting for somebody that's just turned heel.
Yeah.
Although he was hardly a savior, he was just a dude who liked fashion a lot.
Yeah.
Yep, kicking the hell out of our pal Fruity here.
Yeah. Come on, Fruity. Fight back. I don't know why that made Angus mad.
I mean, once upon a time, Angus wanted to join the Hardwood Warriors. That was during the era where he just wanted to join every tag team that wasn't him and Tommy.
Yeah.
Which is why I gave him a completely different tag team on purpose. Oh, Nuffkins is making... I mean, Fruity's making a comeback here. Oh!
Oh. Doing a thing. Ooh.
Nice leg drop.
Hug in the head. Hug in the face.
Classic face, huh? Classic Fruity. That's how you won a match at some point, probably. Oh, Zero.
Guess he didn't hug him enough.
Nuffkins just doesn't care. I didn't look at Palpy, unfortunately. Oh. In the corner
Palpy's been
splash.
mostly inanimate, whereas Angus has been popping around and stuff.
We are still in the 1 count territory here.
Yeah.
Rope to face. Just chopping him down. Like a tree, but Fruity did already beat the tree.
Yeah, so did Nuffkins.
Oh, Nuffkins move number 1.
Yep.
Usually followed by a suplex, and here we go. That's the suplex.
Ooh, versus. Chest. Ooh, to the face. Ooh.
Oh god! Just bounced off him. Oh my god! Nuffkins move too.
Ooh.
Which I found out the other day was called
Yeah.
Nuffset, actually.
Good.
Oh. Looks like the referee is preoccupied with Link.
I Link.
And Nuffkins just crotch chopped. Oh, the back hug suplex. And now he's talking to Angus about... Angus is angry at Fruity for drinking the wrong whiskey or something.
Yes. Or he's mad he never got into the Hug Rule Warriors.
That also. One,
What?
two,
You
no.
got it.
Oh, we're hugging. Does
Yeah.
Nuffkins understand love? Does he?
I don't know. You tell me.
No, no love, only
Nope.
headbutts
Ooh.
and blood.
Yes. He really doesn't understand love. Trying to twist his head off.
Over and over.
Jaw.
I wouldn't know how dinosaurs express love, yeah. It's, well,
It's mystery safe. Let's say for the paleontologists.
one, two, nap. Not even close anymore at this point. Reversing something, good. Now,
but now
Angus
he's
is
arguing against
angry
it.
at his whiskey choice again. Or that he's not in the Hard Blue Warriors, I don't know. Could be either. Oh,
But he's hugging them.
hug number 2.
He's close to the ropes.
Doesn't matter. Does Nuffkins understand love? Still
Nope.
only headbutts. That's 2 hugs already.
Damn.
One, 2.
2. Oh. Pretty.
That's some veteran ring instinct or something, I don't know.
Giving him a very unrelaxing shoulder massage.
It's probably very relaxing, except he's going limp completely, and oh, he's doing his extremely long taunt.
Oh, it's alright. Nuffkins is staggered.
Oh, his comeback sequence. 5 moves of doom. Or, well, 6 moves of doom technically. This is number 4. And number... Oh, reversed. The back hug flex.
Nice. Oh, but he's staggered. Still.
I don't think he's been that gassed, even against Flamander.
Yeah.
At least not for that long.
Fruity's hugging the energy out of him.
Oh. One.
Yeah.
Oh, still just one.
Oh.
So I guess maybe he's not that exhausted after all. He's hugging his head with his fists. Cool.
Yep.
And again.
Yep, more hugging.
Maybe I'll do it a third time now. I don't know. He's going for a third time, yeah. Oh, well, never mind.
Nope.
Oh, enough said.
Okay.
He has another finisher, by the way, that I call the transitional move. Anyway, 1, 2.
2.
No.
Oh, kicked out.
But anyway, your guess what the transitional move is?
Is it the Rainmaker?
No, it is called an Ulster Plantation, also sometimes called an Electric Chair Driver, or a One-Winged Angel.
Hmm.
Plenty of rest holds at this point in the match. Can't really blame them.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, Nuffkins hasn't bled yet.
Oh, he keeps reversing his back Huckplex.
Yeah. Ooh. Repeated knees to the butt.
Ready for something. Just looking at his corpse, I guess. Oh. Ooh. Enough said, number 3. Oh, but... Oh my god.
Now, Interior is getting involved.
He's still cross-chopping. Outside we go.
Damn.
This could end by a countout now.
Or DQ. One of these guys gets involved.
You never know with the AI. After all their phases, they're not supposed to actually interfere on Fruity's behalf, just give him like a passive bonus.
Yeah.
Or something. I don't know how this actually works with the managers, but it's okay. Wow, just dropping to the floor, completely limp. What are we at for a count?
They're standing right next to Link, so... Oh,
7.
I'm back in the ring.
Yep, back at 7. Ooh, blood.
Now Nuffkin. Yep, now he's bleeding.
And 1. 2. Ooh, still doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
I know there's like 4 more people who can bleed in the ring. Not in the ring. Or can the referee bleed? I don't think so.
Probably not.
Oh, immediately gets up. Oh, that was good.
Ooh. First. Another reversal. Ooh, uppercut.
Crotch chop.
Close line.
1,
1,
2.
2. Ah. Ooh. Elbow to the head.
Oh, back hug plex. There it goes.
Can't get the pin. Ah, but now Palpy's interfering.
Wow. It's
Damn.
fair, I guess. But now Palpy's also talking to Fruity.
Yeah.
Can't just punch my guy, come on. Oh, buddy's going for the hug. What you gonna do when the Fruity's gonna hug you? Oh, reverse it, I guess.
Oh. Yeah. Those lines. A little more rolling. Hug rolling.
Another elbow drop to the head.
Which, unlike the as many people have come back from.
1, 2.
2.
Just so... Not even close to 3. Oh, Nuffkins' move could be it. This could be it. 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
And
Bam.
this is how it ends. Fruity and Palpino both have a bunny title reign that is 6 defenses long. What will Palpy do if Nuffkins gets that high?
Betray him, I would assume.
I'm sure he has to assume that he gets that far.
I mean, it is Nuffkins, so.
Well, that was a match for sure.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. I actually calculated how long that was.
Oh.
Shit, I don't have the time anymore here. Or do I? Give me a moment. Well, I don't have it anymore because it's been overwritten, but it was 17 minutes something.
Hmm.
Well, that's it. The heel won. The heel now has the cute belt.
Yeah.
At this point, can be argued that the bunny title is more prestigious than the superstar title at the very least.
It is defended more.
It is. 2 long reigns.
Actually, I can actually even remember offhand who has the superstar title at the moment.
It's Palpatine.
Oh. Well,
Let's just have some more scenes from the old days as the show just rings out. That's true, the bunny title is probably actually more prestigious than the LPFWA heavyweight title. Oh god, what we see in the background here is the ill-fated third man storyline where Northern Lion was filling in for Hulk Hogan at Bash at the Beach, or Beach Party as we call it. I straight up ripped the promo from Hulk Hogan, just changed the words. Oh, and the time where referee Cho was feuding with Frosty the Dragon because Frosty killed a referee for real. That happened. The referee died. But in any case, this has been the show. And what a show it's been, especially the main event. It was a long match. And a hotly contested one too.
It was a good match, too.
But now it is time to rest. Oh yeah, the ring broke back then. Good old times.
Yeah.
Oh well. Okay, LPFWA is over now. And of course, there's the typical last words. But my last words this time are to watch the G1 special, which is on in, 45 minutes roughly. Yeah. So if you want to drop like $10 on New Japan Pro Wrestling, that is. Otherwise, you could just wait until August next month if you're not good at calendars, when the G1 climax happens, and that's one of the best months actually of wrestling. Period. So yeah,
Yep.
I'm not sponsored, by the way, in case you had suspicions here. But yeah. Any last words from you?
No, you pretty much said what I was going to say.
Good.
I'll be with more detail.
I mean, I like to talk. That's my gimmick.
Yeah. I don't.
Actually,
It's my gimmick.
neither do I. It's just I do it anyway. That's my personal
Same.
problem. Well, but now we can stop talking because the show's over, and just gonna give my last goodbyes to the chat, to the viewers, because, well, we won't be able to interact anymore after the stream, at least not on stream. That's sad, isn't it? But I will. See you another time. Goodbye.